Greetings YouTube, it is I, Karma, coming with a quick battle from Total Brohammer here. A little 1v1 action. I am representing the Exiles of Nehek with my boy GHK against Dotazo and the High Elves. And a fun little fight here. As you can see, he has chevroned up Silver Spears, which I think is a very good idea against the Tomb Kings, because the Tomb Kings they don't have the greatest infantry except for Tomb Guard. And even then, I guess the what are they called? The regular variant of these ones, Kepra Warriors or something like that. Anyways, Nekarak Warriors. So yeah, you're generally pretty safe bringing these guys because they have pretty high, super high melee defense when you chevron them up. So yeah, not a bad move on my opponent's part. You know, let's get started. It's a little longer of a battle. So what did I bring? I brought Sepulchral Stalkers. It's like that and Penengium Predembura. It's like the two things I can't pronounce in this game. Well, there's more than two. But anyways, so those guys, this whatever. Let's just call them the SS. Oh boy, no, we can't call them that. Let's call them the Snake People, the SPs. So I got two of those. One of the I got two Sepulchral Stalkers. One of the Eyes of the Desert. Those had to handle Cav, but as you can see, they're not going to perform that greatly here. I have the Chosen of the God, who I'm trying to not get shot by their equal couple. Actually, slow it down a little bit because we can watch GHK's glorious Casket of Souls shoot off. I have the Tomb Prince there to protect GHK in case they brought a dragon. A couple of Skeleton Archers, one of them being the Blessed Legion of Fucked. I have the Kepra Guards earlier. I got a couple of Spearmen in the front, and you always want to bring chaff whenever you bring Tomb Kings. You always want to bring a good amount of chaff so you can pop this pretty early on. And you have that shop in your back pocket as soon as you can. For my opponent here, he brought Phoenix Guard, solid pick, a couple of them on each flank. The Silver Spearman, as we discussed earlier, a Noble on a Chariot, which I guess that makes sense. Probably better off bringing a Noble on a horse to deal with constructs, because if I had brought a construct heavy army, he'd have a lot of trouble. With only one bolt thrower, this army wouldn't really hold up that well against construct heavy, but I didn't. I don't like to bring super construct-y builds. Just it's not really fun for me. So yeah, good pick in this case. He brought Tyrion, another interesting pick. I guess he's decent compared to Teclis in this matchup. I don't know, it's hard to say. He brought a Lore Master of Hierophant with Spirit Leech, Earthblood, Whitson's Wild Form. So, pretty basic standard kit, and then Dragon Princes. So let's see how it goes. So right away, he's trying to snipe GHK, and GHK is slow and he's fat. So GHK is getting fucked, and unfortunately, I can't shoot laser beams. I mean, that's why I love GHK the most, because of the sandstorms and laser beams, and he's just killing me, and I can't do it. And I'm trying to get through these trees, but he gets hung up, because he just phases through it, because that's bone magic. He just can phase through trees. He fears nothing for vegetation. Meanwhile, the, Chosen of the God, the OP, they are really the Chosen of the God. Look how much damage they're doing. She knows with shields. I guess they're considered artillery, so the shields don't matter, but yeah, just look at that. That's so much damage on a single volley. It's so gross, and they have such high range. Ooh, they're a really good unit. But yeah, look at this. They're gonna decimate this this guy before they even get in the fight. They're gonna do so much damage. Over here, I'm trying to fuck up the Phoenix Guard. They're getting fucked up. Yeah, I made that joke 3 times, guys, just in case you didn't get it the first 2. It's funny because it sounds like fuck. Anyways, so I'm shooting these guys down, and they're doing a ton of damage also. Over here, we're spitting some whatever the hell they spit at them, poison. What does that look like when they shoot? I probably took them on fire, so we'll never know. We'll never know. Over here, I have these guys. Again, they're just protect GHK. But GHK's over here, he's getting shot up. I tried to move him further back. I think he got hung up, but I wanted to shoot laser beams, and I wanted to have him in the fight. Look how much damage he does. GHK is a monster. The guy is an absolute beast. Look at that. He just crushed that unit. Oh, and then he causes the spear. Oh my god, I love GHK. He is honestly my favorite lord. Because I think he's so balanced in that he can do so much damage in such short order, but he's so easy to kill. And he has no real healing on himself other than, whatever pops there. So yeah, that was so cool. I fucking love GHK. So decimated that Phoenix Guard. Over here, we're still shooting those guys. But yeah, for that alone, I think this was worth it. They get a nice charge on my Sepulchral Stalkers, and they do have bonus versus large, but they don't really perform that great. I do cast Nas Protection on them to try and give them a little help in this battle. I send the Tomb Prince in here because he has that bonus versus large. His Eagle Claw Bolter is still trying to hit me, and I have no way to get him because I don't have any cav, and these guys are super slow. I move these guys out to intercept their Noble, but again, they have anti-large, but they don't really perform that well. I learned in this battle. Not that I ever bring Tomb Kings. I rarely bring Tomb Kings unless I'm doing a GHK battle, but my opponent wisely decides to exit this fight and just go after GHK, and look how much damage he takes so quickly. Oh my god, but he's such a glass cannon, but look at him just do his little Roomba going around sweeping up some Dragon Princes. Oh, he's so cool. He is definitely my favorite lord in the game in terms of playing. But yeah, they're gonna take him down. GHK is not long for this world. Over here, the front line's going as you expect. Spears fighting spears, nothing crazy happening. We are able to get the Dragon Princes off the field, so that's a pretty big win for me. But yeah, GHK is now going to crumble and die. He's been Spirit Leeched, so yeah, his fight was slow but glorious. The brightest stars burn out the fastest, guys. So yeah, GHK came in here. But between the Chosen of the God, the Kepler Guard, and everything else here, we basically were able to rout off these Phoenix Guard, and then as you saw, we crumpled those guys with GHK. I send the Tomb Prince in here to try and get rid of Tyrion. I think Tyrion will obviously win that fight, but, you know, the Tomb Prince has a bonus for large. He's going to do okay. Over here, we're shooting into his Lore Master, but it's tough because these aren't really big units. These are pretty small units, and I have a lot of chaff around them, so it's going to be hard to hit them. I should be aiming probably at this guy, but he's more important, I figured. I send a Kepler Guard just to get rid of those guys so he can't shoot my... because he is doing damage to my Tomb Prince, probably from there, and Tyrion, so... I get another spit on them. Fuck, we missed the spit. Let's see the spit. Show me the spit. Show me your spit. Yes, come. Come, spit on me. That's what I tell all the ladies. Spit on me. Treat me like shit. Look at their funny little faces. Are they going to spit? No, they're just going to sit there. And then they're going to charge, maybe. Okay, no, they're going to slowly wheel. Look at them just going to walk their way in. You know, the front line, as I say, back here, you know, nothing interesting happening in the front line. Back here, they are my Blessed Legion of fucked. The Lore Master of Horror is pretty gangster in this matchup, actually. He's doing really well. These guys can't really shoot into him because it's a blob. Over here, I'm trying to reposition my Chosen of the God to get some more shots on this Noble, but he's going to wisely see that and reposition. Over here, I've gotten on his whatever it's called, Tumulto, but it's still shooting, surprisingly. But yeah, Tyrion has gone down. He was fighting Halberds. Probably not, almost, I mean, probably not. Definitely not the best engagement for him. Fighting elite Halberd infantry in a prolonged battle. Not really the best use of his abilities, but everything I have is anti-large, basically, with the exception of, I guess, these guys. So yeah, Tyrion wasn't really in the right place, but he's gonna, you know, I think he has Averlon on him, whatever that thing is, the potion or whatever. He does not. But, or is that it? No, I don't think he has it. We'll see. Is that it? He does have the Heart of Averlon, so, you know, that might pop, and then he'll heal. He also has heals on the Lore Master, who is, you know, he beat the shit out of his Eyes of the Desert. He just totally put him down, so that's a pretty cool fight. So you see a couple of dead units there. They start slithering away. But yeah, it took almost no damage. My final thing is popped, so I have some Ushopti. Over here, I said these portals try and finish off these Phoenix Guard. Obviously anti-large and not the best battle for them, but I figured they're so weak they should be able to take them down. The Kepler Guard, who do heal, are back. I bring these guys in here to try to beat up the Lore Master, and I send these guys in as well, hopefully to try and rout him or something, but the Lore Master won't go, man. He's a tough one. He's a pretty gangster. Look how big his sword is. I mean, you don't get a sword that size unless you earn it. It's like, he's like the size of these guys with that blade. So yeah, he's putting some damage on them, but they're putting some damage on him. It's not going as well as I would have liked. Over here, Tyrion rounds about, and he pops, who knows, Stand Your Ground, Foe Seeker, Faint Repose, Faint Whip Toes, or whatever you pronounce that word. So he is juiced up. He is ready to go. He's going to hit these guys, the Skeleton Archers, but he's like one volley away from death, and that is the, he is at risk of being fucked up, but fourth time I made that joke, just in case you're counting. I should have a little ticker in there. But, yeah, there you go. Heart of Averlon pops, and he basically just gets his full health back. Well, at least, you know, close to it. So, and then he's going to get a nice little Earth Blood on him from this guy, from this homie over here. But as you can see, this guy's doing pretty well. You know, he's trading decently with these dudes, and they're not doing that much damage. So, and they're out of bows. Or no, sorry, that's not the Chosen of the God. I don't know where the Chosen of the God are. There they are, repositioned. I think we killed the Noble. I don't remember. He might be dead somewhere. Who knows? Anyways, but over here, again, not a fight. He's fighting anti-large, but this is Tyrion, so he's going to be able to kick these guys' ass, because their stats aren't amazing. They actually have really good stats. I don't know why they're so shit in this matchup, because usually I love them, but when I used to play Tomb Kings a lot when they first came out. Anyways, so the front line has begun to break through the Kepler Guard and the Tomb Kings with Halberds. Obviously took a long time, as you saw, but, you know, they have begun to break. These spears are coming in here. They're going to get a nice rear charge on these guys, Skeleton Archers. Again, I have no magic. I haven't had magic the whole game because of GHK. Where is his little corpse? Yeah, because GHK fucking collapsed over here. This Casket of Souls. Oh, that's pretty cool. He's got a little eagle on it. Poor GHK. I'll always love you. But yeah, so I've had no magic this entire battle. He's had magic the entire battle. So that's really the only reason this is as close as it is. Because otherwise, we did such great damage on his, damn it, we missed the spit again. We did such great damage on his Phoenix Guard, so that was a good move. But anyways, over here, the Great Bows are fighting Tyrion. They're doing a pretty decent damage considering they're, you know, an anti-large, or sorry, they're oh, he just froze and he's gonna topple. But considering they're a such an effective unit at range that they're so good at close combat, is just, I don't know, they're a pretty crazy unit. I mean, we've all discussed this before. These guys are coming with the really bright shields. They're trying to stab, you know, trying to get some damage done. But yeah, and they have a lot of anti-large units, but I have really, I mean, the ace in the hole here is the Kepler Guard. They don't really have a unit that can answer them. Their Phoenix Guard would have been able to, but they're really weak. And considering they do magic damage and 38, 36, those are really good stats. And the Phoenix Guard, I think, have a resistance first. Yeah, they don't even have the highest armor value, but they have that physical resistance, but that's going to matter against the Kepler Guard. So yeah, Kepler Guard are actually a really good unit in this matchup. I mean, obviously they won't do well against Lore Masters of Hoeth, Sword Masters rather, but I mean, I don't think you're going to see too many of those units in this matchup, only because they'll get crushed by a single entity model. So Yeah, Kepler Guard, or a little gem on the Tomb Kings. I thought the Tomb Kings need more gems. They're a very, very good faction. Anyways, so battle's going on. You know, it's pretty haggard. Everyone's almost dead. My healing is done. I have no magic. In fact, it's in their favor, surprisingly. Despite the fact that I have a very healthy elite unit. These guys here are halberds. I have my archers. But yeah, it's not looking good for me. These guys are coming. The Lore Master's still very, very, you know, he's doing well. You know, my Tomb Kings are fighting in the memory of GHK, but it's not the greatest. I have the fucked over here. They're trying to fuck some people up. 5th time I made that joke. They're trying to, you know, get some damage done here. So I send these archers in just to, you know, muck them up while I can shoot them here, because otherwise they'll be running the whole match. Not worth it. So I'm trying to just route these guys. But the trees and just the angle is not the greatest. But I do get a nice rear charge. They do start to break. My units will not break, of course, because they are undead. Which doesn't make sense, because I think Tomb Kings have, like, souls. I'm pretty sure they're not, like, mindless undead, so they should be able to run. They should be like, I don't want to die again, you know? Unless they do want to die again. Maybe they do. I don't know. Maybe being alive sucks. He heals Tyrion, I think. But I guess he must be new, because if you're at that bar, that's the healing cap. So, just in case, it says he was going to heal him. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. It looked like it was a heal. What's going on there? Pops Foe Seeker trying to get out. So Tyrion is the one thing that can deal with these Kepler Guard. I don't think he didn't bring Sunfang, which again is an interesting choice, because Sunfang does really well against Tomb Kings. They don't have any high armor values except for on their large units, so it's really good to get rid of the chaff. So if he had brought Sunfang, that could have been GG right there, because I don't really have any answers to the Lore Master or Tyrion other than, you know, this Kepler Guard. But he did not bring that. Anyways, as you can see, his units are regrouping around the sides, but it's looking okay. Again, this is why I said, like, they didn't perform that well. The Pearl Stalkers are fighting a large unit. They're anti-large, but I don't know, Tyrion's just doing really, really well. I guess he does have Fate and Retaz on and all that stuff. Oh, 114 melee defense, that's why. Oh my god, let's just, okay. Holy shit, 103 melee defense, 114 melee defense, my god. What is that from? Is it those two abilities, eh? He has Stand Your Ground and, oh, wow. Okay, so that's why they're not doing anything, because this guy is fucking unhittable. He's a ghost in the wind. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it would be hard to hit a ghost in the wind. So over here, he actually has it perfectly. He's fighting his infantry units fighting the anti-large, and his large fighting the infantry unit. So that was very good play by my opponent. But we do get Tyrion to rout with how much health he has left, 209. So I am going to send my Pearl Stalkers after him to finish him off. They're going to stalk him to the ends of the earth to make sure he flees. Over here, the Kepler Guard are going to be able to easily clean up the Spearmen. Really, it's just the Lore Master of Hoth at this point who's the real danger. But these guys are healing as the battle goes on, so really, it's looking good for me. I am just cleaning up all the remainder of his infantry. I don't know where I send this guy. Why am I should charge these guys. Oh, there we go. I guess I didn't see them till later. So there's a unit over there. Yeah, these Spearmen are going to melt against these guys. We're trying to fuck this guy up, but they're out of ammo, almost. So they're just going to keep shooting. I don't know what are their combat stats. 20, 24, 20, you know, pretty awful, but, you know, basic Spearman level, so they'll do alright against these guys, these haggard Spearmen. But yeah, 1 or 2 volleys should be able to get rid of this guy. They're probably out of magic. And there he shatters. And over there, so does Tyrion. And this is the final unit, and they're going to break. And that's going to be all she wrote. But a really close one and a really fun one. And, yeah, I just love GHK. I'm just such a fan of that guy. I think he is the perfect lord in terms of balance. In that he can do so much, but he's easy to kill. It's just how he should be. He doesn't cost an excessive amount. He's not the most competitive lord, obviously, because there's, you know, OP lords like Arkin. But, yeah, he's everything you should want out of a lord. He's interesting. He has a lot of abilities that make him fun to play as. He's different than, you know, just a regular, you know, basic lord or a caster or anything like that. He has his own thing. He has the Sandstorm. He has the Casket of Souls as a mount. You know, he's got some interesting flavor. Or some unique traits, rather. And then, yeah, he can be effective in the right situation. If you use GHK well, he can be a fucking monster. He can Sandstorm. He can shoot those Casket of Souls. He can cast spells everywhere. He can be bait, so they can bring their dragons down. You can get him with the Tomb Prince, and you can cause the rampage. And there's all sorts of cool things you can do with GHK. So I just think that CA really nailed it when they created him. And you look at a guy like Malekith, who's just, or Krokgar, who just, you know, are so good in every way. They have no weaknesses. Whereas I think every lord should have a weakness, or at least some weaknesses. But yeah, so that's my love letter to GHK, and it was a fun game. Thank you to Dotazo for a good matchup. It was fun. And you can see, we'll just do a quick recap. As you can see, Kepler Guard were, you know, absolute monsters. 196 kills, you know, just devastating everything. We saw how well the Chosen of the Gods did. Some Girl Stalkers, 57 kills. I guess it's on Spearmen. Oh, they got 3 chevrons. Wow. Oh, that's from killing the Dragon Princes, most likely. Oh, I did have the King Nehek's Scorpion Legion. So King Nekesh's Scorpion Legion. So they did all right in the front line, and yeah, of course, you know, you saw how it went. And then over here, got 59 kills on that Lore Master. Very well done. Tyrion, Noble, 49. Not the again, and I'm not sure about that pick, but other than that, I actually like his army. I think it was a solid pick. Would have done well decently against constructs. Yeah. Other than that, Lore Master's iffy, but in this matchup it worked. And Tyrion, you got to bring Sun Fang, I think, because you could have just fired my whole line, and that would have been a way different game. Anyways, GG to my opponent. I look forward to... fuck it, that's turns thing. GG to my opponent. And I'll see you guys around the bend.